Hello subscribers, today I am going on the Western Express Highway in Mumbai from Andheri maybe up to a place called Virar. This is a long journey, almost maybe 45 kilometers. The idea is to see how the highway looks, what's the landscape like, what's on the way, and to understand the perhaps some beauty of Bombay the moment you go outside of it. When you step out of the city limits, the landscape changes. So let's look forward to a little journey on the road, and I'll keep updating you as I go along. We have begun our journey on the Western Express Highway from Andheri, and on the right we have the Andheri flyover, which was built around 20 years ago and is in a very shoddy condition. It is one of the worst flyovers ever made by a company called Joke Constructions. It's dilapidated and looks 100 years old. Well, that's the condition we have here, unfortunately, but never mind. So I am heading to the north of Mumbai on Western Express Highway, and our final destination is Virar. And I hope you can see the what's written here. As you can see, oh well, Yogeshwari and all that, that's just nearby suburbs it's indicating at the moment. So I'll keep informing you as I go along. Thank you. There is a metro construction going on the Western Express Highway as well, as you can see above me. And it's been a good monsoon since yesterday. Today, while it's not raining, it's a very cloudy day, and quite likely the rains may take place. As you can see, the dark clouds above. Maybe towards post-lunch, maybe we can get some rains. Now this metro is going to continue on the highway all along, right up to a suburb of Borivali, and as you can see on the right, it's going on, and that's the road scene. A lot of traffic suddenly because the lockdown was lifted on Monday, and by and large we see an increase in traffic. Maybe it's at about 70% right now. So here we are. On the left we have the NSE Grounds. It's in Goregaon area. It's very well known for exhibitions in Mumbai. Most of the exhibitors who come from abroad or within India, they exhibit in these grounds. It's called the NSE Grounds. It's very well known indeed. And now we approach, as you see, I've got the metro above me. This is the Hub Mall, HUB Hub. A very tiny kind of a mall with cinema and everything. There you are. You can see Hub written there. Okay. It's one of the tiniest malls in the western side, and not really looks like a mall. The metro continues on the left hand side, and it's gonna be continuing all along right up to Borivali, the last suburb within the municipal limits of Mumbai. You can see the Westin Hotel, which is now part of the Marriott Group, and it is probably the only 5-star hotel which stands on the Western Express Highway. Also, underneath this hotel, on the basement side, on the ground level, is the Oberoi Mall, which is a very high quality construction mall. Oberois are one of the leading builders in Mumbai, who are making residential apartments, commercial complexes and so on. And they made one mall as well called Oberoi Mall. Now it's on the right hand side of the road, so I won't be able to give you a very good depiction, but never mind, whatever you can see is well and good. In any case, you see the malls are shut right now due to the COVID condition. So it's going to be some time before we can start going to the malls. Maybe still a month to go. And the government is very cautious. They don't want the COVID to increase in large numbers once again, because that would be disastrous. As it is, the third wave is expected, and since we are talking on the 10th of June, maybe it's expected by July to August. Now that's the Oberoi Mall, as you see on the right hand side. Okay, yeah, there. We are passing the suburb of Malad. The metro continues on the left, and on the right side we have a little hillock which has also got residential buildings, and there is a printing press made by the Times of India group. And here we are on a very cloudy, kind of drizzly kind of morning, going towards the suburb of Virar. As we go along, the metro has crisscrossed to the right now, a little bit. Now in the center, it swivels, and again on the left. And these are what you see jutting out is a railway station. This might be, for all I know, Kandivali station on the Western Express Highway. And look at the number of constructions there. I wonder how many people know, but India has the 5th largest number of skyscrapers in the world. Now this kind of ranking isn't too bad, considering India is normally known for poverty and very messy kind of situation, whatever. But India does have a funny thing about being the largest here and there. Largest producer of serum, largest producer of milk in the world, one of the largest to produce wheat, to produce rice. We have a lot of laurels here and there, but the problem is improper distribution of produce as much as wealth all along the Indian spectrum. Now if the government managed that, this would be an El Dorado. We would be the next Switzerland of the world if we could do so. But unfortunately, due to the apathy of the government, we never achieve what we want to. We are now passing the suburb of Borivali, which is also the biggest terminal station for the Western Railway, as we call the local train. And the metro, of course, is going to compete with the railway line, which is on the western side. And this one, the metro, which goes along the highway, is probably going to speed up as a parallel alternative to the transport system in Mumbai. Maybe it starts fully functional in the next 5 years, and hopefully it helps. Though I personally believe that the population would have gone 5 times as, okay, not that much, but maybe it goes 1.5 times. So the benefits and the fruits of this development would not really work out in the long term, but you may still need to have more infrastructure, maybe go underground this time, or maybe take the sea route. So this has to be a constant process to decongest the city. Here are the skyscraper, as you see, of Borivali. All construction that has taken place over the years. So we head towards beyond Borivali later on, and I'll keep you updated. We have reached Dahisar Check Naka, where there's a toll. It's been there for almost 25 years. These toll collection points exist in most parts of India. It's a kind of a corrupt regime which collects the toll money for nothing. They give in return shoddy roads, bad construction, and we do not know really how many years are they planning to take the money. It keeps going on and on and on and on and never ends. It's a way to collect money from people, and you can do nothing about it. And then they hand over they sell the toll collection to a given gangster who pays the money to government, one block, and then keeps collecting for many years. And there's a lot of profit involved, but now the government has finally installed fast tag system where it's get automatically debited to the account, and maybe that will help reduce corruption or collection of illicit money. So we passed this point, but the fast tag is yet to come. I'm not happy about these tolls. I mean, you can collect maybe for 10 years at the most if you did something. I do not see anything happening. Look at it. I mean, go on. I do not see much happening on the road or any improvement or anything. It's just a way to harass the private citizens on the road that keep paying the government. That's all. But where are the returns? My question is. Here we come, see the man collecting there. He's taking cash. It's most probably unaccounted. The receipt is probably fraudulent. I say this in real anger. There he's using the fast tag. It's done. We passed it. So we just saved the corruption money going into the pockets, because this is going to credit the account, which can be verified. Hence, now that we have passed this point, we'll be heading further to the suburb of Vira Road on the left as we go forward. I'll keep informing you. This is the other mall in this area, and the last mall. It's called Thakur Mall, dominated by the Big Bazaar group. Mainly their shops like Central and so on. It's not functional right now due to COVID conditions, but this is the last mall that you see on the Western Highway side. So the hillocks have begun here, as you can see, and we are outside the limit of Mira Road and Kashmira, as they call it on the western suburbs. A lot of hotels on the way, because this road goes right up to Ahmedabad and Surat. Surat comes first, about 3.5 hours, and followed by Ahmedabad, maybe 5 hours. It's also the lifeline to Gujarat state, the Western Express Highway. And this is supposed to be one of the better highways because of a lot of traffic, a lot of affluent traffic, and by and large it's very picturesque, because on the left you have the sea, on the front you have the little hill ranges. I wouldn't call them mountains. A lot of people, bloggers, call them mountain. Mountain is more like Himalayas, but these are hillocks. So it adds to the beauty of the landscape. And with the rains here, the monsoon, the drizzle going on, it's really pretty, a very pretty sight. But today we have a lot of traffic on this side as well. People are excited to come on the road. So I think maybe they just are finishing the outstanding tasks of delivery, whatever. And here you see a lot of greenery. That's what you see, as much as you see on the side. You know, including the garbage dumps, which is always kind of Indian kind of view. Always exists. The dump, the garbage is part of beauty of the landscape. We can never get it cleaned up, unfortunately, but that's how it is. We've been criticizing this for years and years, but nothing happens. There you are, a further view, a beautiful view ahead of us. Very attractive indeed. Very romantic as you go along. And that's another kind of water view, a kind of little lake, a natural one on this side. And the rain is adding on to the looks of it, but I'll be updating you now. On the right we have a very famous landmark for eating. It's called Foodland. Oh well, it's obscured the view, but my god, I can't really nicely show you. But the restaurant is extremely popular for vegetarian and non-vegetarian dishes, and we passed it. I'm going to tell you more about Foodland in a minute. The metro continues, though I think it's going to end here now because the limits are over. That's it. We do not see any more construction beyond. So we're passing the creek, as we call it. It's a lagoon by the sea, as you can probably see now. You can see the lagoon. This is again a shoddy bridge which has got potholes and doesn't look very safe. It's surviving by God's will, but regardless, we take the risk every day. People take risks just to go across. Now that's the lagoon, the sea, which goes into the it's the Arabian Sea on the left of the Indian coast. And we see pockets of construction of metro, though I am not sure where is it going to head it to. This plan is not known to us. And we continue ahead on our journey to the suburb of Vira. And quite possibly, I think, you see the look at the condition of the roads. There are so many potholes. That's what I meant. Look at it. This is a gigantic pothole. Look at it. And they've been collecting the toll money to maintain these roads. But who's maintaining them? Well, nobody is maintaining their pockets. You understand now the point I made earlier on the toll. Now, regarding the Foodland restaurant, it's a Gujarati Chilia restaurant. Chilias are Gujarati Muslims who got converted many years ago. But they're culturally very Indian, and they prepare excellent, delicious food. And it's the Foodland restaurant on that junction of Godbandar Road is very popular. And anybody of you planning to come can always dine there. And they have lovely non-veg and veg food as well. And it's supported by all people, regardless of religion, anything. Doesn't matter, as long as they give service and they are reasonably priced. So it's extremely popular. I'm standing on the highway now, proceeding towards Virar, and I stopped by this little stall which serves tea, but is not willing to make separate tea for me with less sugar. So I'll have to forcibly take the tea with sugar. So let's see now. The stall is also serving a very standard Mumbai dish called vada pav that's being made here by the lady and being served from here. Now it's up to us if we want to eat, although I'm not sure of the hygiene standard, but regardless, we can have it. We're experiencing a very heavy rain. As you can see, the onslaught of the monsoon is in full swing. You can hear the raindrops coming very strongly, and we keep driving towards the suburb of Virar after a nice cup of tea along with a potato snack to keep us awake on the highway. So we continue ahead and I'll keep you updated. We took a turn from the highway on the left and we are heading towards Virar, which is the distant suburb and our last point today. It's extremely picturesque if you notice. A lot of greenery with little hillocks here and there. Unbelievably green. Very nice indeed. I understand that there is a nice resort somewhere near the sea, but then I don't have the details yet. So for the moment we are simply heading towards Virar just to see the suburb briefly, what it looks like. We continue on this green stretch of road going towards Virar. It's doesn't look like Mumbai anymore. It's quite like such a nice stretch of road, and enjoying the scenery on both the sides. The monsoon has helped to make it green, to wash the leaves, and they look all nice and green and fresh. And here we are. I have reached my destination, in Virar, and this is how the little township is. And these are the various buildings here, and it's a very nice kind of glass building here. Anyway, I'm ending the video here. My trip to Vira is complete. Bye.